St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the most diverse destination in the Caribbean. We're 32 islands and keys. We're down south, sandwiched between St. Lucia and Grenada. We're the third to last country before South America. 9 inhabited islands, 32 islands and keys, and just about something for everyone. Usual before you go travel requirements, no different to the other Caribbean islands. I won't spend much time on it. We're a very large, 150 square miles with a population of just over 100,000 people and temps all year round in the mid 80s, thanks to the trade winds. Sailing is one of our biggest niches. We're very popular for sailing charters from the mainland down south. It's about 40 miles of exquisite, pristine sailing waters down to the last island, which is Union Island in the island chain. So sailing is very popular. The mainland is volcanic in nature. We actually have a live volcano that erupted a few years ago. It's pretty safe. Um, there are some people who live around the volcano and they do come south because it's monitored daily. So they do come south when an eruption is imminent. Erupts once every 75 years or so. So it's gone back to sleep, and we don't expect another event for quite a while. It does help us in the richness of our soil. So it helps us with our lush vegetation, lots of hiking trails, small waterfalls, and it's good for extreme hiking. And we do have very rich, fertile land that produces lots of fresh root products. Diving is another niche. We're considered the critter capital of the Caribbean. We have very rare and exotic marine life, vibrant coral reefs. None of the dive sites are more than 15 minutes away. You can dive down to 150 feet. Because the mainland is volcanic, you can do cliff dives, some cave diving. We do have wrecks and we have the coral diving. So it's very diverse in nature. We're an idyllic retreat for honeymoons and weddings. We've streamlined our marriage procedures so you can apply online. Less paperwork when you get there. You spend more time enjoying your getaway. Accommodations, we have about 2,300 rooms, resorts, boutique hotels, villas, guest houses, apartments, and Airbnbs. On the mainland St. Vincent, we have 1,325 rooms. In the background there is Sandals, our newest all-inclusive resort. In Bequia, we have just under 600 rooms. In Mustique, we have 17 rooms in a small boutique hotel, but they do have villas that the rich and famous own, and you can rent for your ultra luxury clients villas from 15,000 US per week to upwards of 75,000 US per week. For those in Canada, Lance Stroll's father, the billionaire, has a property there. So does Brian Adams. Um, I'm not sure if much Americans own properties, but I do know Michael Jordan has visited there. So too has J-Lo to escape the paparazzi. It's a very private island. So if your clients want to get away in ultra luxury, that's the place to go. On Canawan, we have 239 rooms in total. On Canawan, we have the only Mandarin Oriental in the Caribbean. They say that's where the billionaires go to escape the millionaires. And we do also have a Soul Beach House there. Those are the two branded hotels on that island. There's also a golf course there. It's the only golf course in the country. So if your clients want to park their Learjets there and go golfing and stay at Mandarin, kind of one is ideal for that. Myro is one of the smaller islands. We have just about 30 rooms there. It's idyllic for its Salt Whistle Bay, which has a pink sand horseshoe beach that's pretty popular. Union Island is the most southern island in the island chain. They just have over 50 rooms. Every month there's something to do in St. Vincent and Grenadines. In January, late January, early February on Beckway, we have a music festival featuring blues, Caribbean jazz, um, soca, a little reggae. In Mustique, there's a blues festival around the same time. Mustique precedes Beckway by a few days. It's New Orleans type blues, and it's pretty popular. In March is Heritage Month, where we celebrate our indigenous peoples. We do have a lot of people who come back to St. Vincent from West Coast um, of the US, Northeast, and in the South, who are descendants of the Garifuna, and they return every March to celebrate their heritage. In March, April, late March, early April, coinciding with the Christian Easter calendar, we have Sailing Week, which is a week of two regattas. You have the Beckway Easter Regatta and the Canoan Regatta. So it's great on-shore activities. So even if you're not an actual racer, you can enjoy the onshore activities and view the race. And in June, we have Restaurant Week, where we feature different restaurants and their uniquely Vincentian dishes in June.
This is the greatest place, our great escape, my favorite space. If this energy you're looking for, you find it. It's like we breathe it in the air. You will understand this is the maddest place on earth, and we go show from the top of the mountain. This is the greatest place, our great escape, my favorite space, the maddest place on.
Yeah, so we have a summer carnival that's last week in June, first week in July. It's the most vibrant carnival in the Caribbean. Vincentians have an energy that's matched nowhere else. I believe it's fueled by our local rum, simply called Vincent, very strong rum that's 169 proof. So that might explain how we're able to party. As we say, we don't party normal. So that speaks to the energy that you can experience nowhere else in our carnival. In August, we have Caribbean professional cricket. I know some of your clients who are either from the East Indian diaspora or Australian diaspora, even the English diaspora, who are cricket fans may want to come down and experience some Caribbean cricket in August. We also have an Ital Fest, which is a vegetarian food festival put on by the Rastafarian movement in St. Vincent and Grenadines, very much like their Jamaican brothers and sisters. Lots of interesting dishes, no meats. In October, it's Independence Month. Our independence is October 27th. And during that month, there are lots of celebrations targeting mostly the diaspora, but it's also, in the shoulder season. And there's always activities for your clients to enjoy if they're not coming during the winter peak season. In November, there's a wellness festival called Cannabis, which is a festival that came out of our medicinal cannabis industry. So lots of lectures um, on the advantages of cannabis as a wellness medicine. And also there, besides lectures, you can attend um, what we call, um, the word is escaping me now, but you can get prescriptions written um, for your ailments during this festival and be treated with our medicinal cannabis. And it culminates with a reggae, a musical event, a reggae-based musical event, and that's in November. In December, we have a uniquely Vincentian festival called Nine Mornings, which follows the old Catholic tradition, novena tradition of going to church for 9 days. So on the 16th of December, right up to the 24th, we gather in various villages, also in the capital, Kingstown, and celebrate Christmas with games, local foods, singing, dancing. Some people go to the beach, some people also go to church. It's uniquely Vincentian. Added to that, we have 9 nights of lights in the botanical gardens, where we also have concerts with singing and dancing as well. In December, there's a lobster festival, and we get to the must-do. So I spoke about the rum earlier. You must visit the local distillery. To the left of your screen, that's the very strong rum. It's we can export it, or you can take it back in your suitcase or by hand, because the pilots say they prefer the aviation fuel to be in the wings and not in with the passengers. We also have some award-winning red rum, Sparrows and Captain Bligh, and they do produce a much lighter version of the white rum called SLR, and you also have Vincentian rum punch. We have the oldest botanical gardens in the Western Hemisphere. That will be of interest to your older clients. In the north of the country, we have a old lava flow from the volcano that created pools. As you can see there, the rocks created a barrier to the Atlantic Ocean, and inside where you see our visitors there, that's the shallow pools where you can bathe and the water is always warm. It's a very unique feature. Sailing, as I said, is a must-do through the Grenadines. We do have Darkview Falls on the northwest coast. You could cross the river on our bamboo bridge and go to the waterfalls and enjoy nature at its most pristine. Because of volcanic nature of the mainland, we have black sand beaches there. I actually prefer black sand beaches because the visibility of the water is much um, better than white sand beaches. And they say the sand, because of its high mineral content, is more therapeutic. So that's an experience. And our local foods. So our cuisine is Caribbean, typical Caribbean, influenced by African, European, and East Indian. And we just essentially put our local twist to it as to how the cuisine tastes. Our next slide will give you an idea.
That's what I call a welcome right there. This way, this way. That's what I call a welcome. Coconut, mango. It's madness you was asking for your fine. That's how I feel out. See, this is what we call pillow. We call this pillow. This is the best pillow. Tell me honey pillow taste. Tell me honey pillow taste. I can't stop eating here for some reason, bro. The food is like addicting. They push it in their food for you to make it eat it more. Like everything got taste to it. They rice, they fruit, everything got taste.
Yeah, so iSpeed couldn't keep up with our speed, our culinary speed. So as far as how to get here, we have connections um, from the UK, from Toronto, from Northeast, JFK, Charlotte. We have currently out of Atlanta until September, and Miami. So out of Canada, and this would be especially important for US residents who are in like the Midwest, they could easily pop up to Toronto and connect with Air Canada, which is currently Wednesdays up to October, and then later in October when the season, snowbird season, early snowboard season starts. It's twice a week, Mondays and Thursdays. And that's direct from Toronto. From New York, we have three carriers, JetBlue, Wednesdays and Sundays, all year round. American on Saturdays from December to March, and Caribbean Airlines for Saturdays and Wednesdays all year round. Besides American, in the winter, Caribbean Airlines is the only other carrier that has business class seating. So you should take note of that. It's also the first taste of the Caribbean. Very pleasant, courteous, professional airline. So, though your clients who are into their miles programs may want US carriers, this carrier at least gives you the option of all year round business class seats. Out of Charlotte, we have American December to March on Saturdays, and Miami, right now it's 5 days a week in the quote unquote off season, and in the winter season, it's daily. So you can connect easiest through Miami. We have some developments coming up. Beaches St. Vincent and Grenadines is on its way, 360 rooms. So Sandals, as I mentioned earlier, that's the only all-inclusive resort we do have, and they're couples only. So we're so happy that Beaches is on the horizon. It's going to be on a black sand beach. on the few miles north of the Sandals location, and that's going to give us more family-friendly, all-inclusive options. Sandals currently is at 301 rooms. They're adding 20 rendezvous, which are going to be completed for sale by November this year. And the boutique hotel Beach Comas, which is on the south coast of the mainland St. Vincent, is adding 18 suites by June next year. We invite our travel advisors to discover SVG Pro, SVG Pros, take our fun course at discoversvgpro.com. What's most interesting about that, apart from getting more in-depth information on the destination and being able to access our toolkit, as well as keeping track of developments news-wise with the destination, we put money in your pocket. So we have monthly incentives where the top three booking agents, top three agents who book their nights that they've sold, get up to $325 in cash. The first prize, $150, gift card. Second prize, $100. Third prize, $75. And this happens every month, all year round. We actually will be just completed our first year, and we're preparing for our Diamond Awards Gala, where we'll be bringing to St. Vincent and Grenadines the top 10 travel advisors for the last year, and they're going to get the top three of those top 10 advisors will get prizes. First place will be 2 return tickets, a 5-night luxury stay at a premium resort, recognition on social media platforms. The second place winner for the year would get flights, a 3-night hotel stay, and the third place would get a 3-night boutique hotel stay and recognition on our social media platforms.
Adventure lives here, where nature inspires every step.
Set sail and explore the wonders of our islands.
Feel the rhythm of our festivals.
Joyful, vibrant, and unforgettable.
Whether you seek adventure
or tranquility, St. Vincent and the Grenadines has it all.
So thank you for joining us. We pride ourselves in being the Caribbean everybody else used to be. Still unspoiled, still unforgettable, and we look forward to seeing you and your clients in St. Vincent Grenadines in the very near future. So any questions? I hope I wasn't too long.
You did amazing. Everyone here wants to go. I can tell you all the comments are popping up. I got to get there. People on Facebook are saying the same thing. Amazing. Oh, Yasmin said, I've got to come in December. That's my birthday month. All right. We have Donna is asking on Zoom, will anyone be in the Boston area for a trade show soon?
We haven't done Boston recently. We have done shows in Boston. We actually did a road show a few years ago that took us up close to Boston, but we haven't planned any for the fall. But if you know, we do meet with like different chapters of travel advisor associations. So if you know of any ones that you would like us to attend, you can reach out and let us know.
Okay, great. And I know Cindy and a few others have asked about any fam trips coming up.
We're twinning the fram trips with the diamond rewards and awards. So to be considered for fam trips, you got to be on the platform, log in your bookings.
Okay, that's
Mhm.
fair. I think that's absolutely fair. Okay, I have a question from Facebook. I'm just going to take from that here. Sandra is asking, hi Sandra on Facebook, is there just one airport and do you travel to the other islands from there?
Oh, so it's one international airport on the mainland. We have Mustique has a small airport, Bequia has a small airport, Union has a small airport, Canada has a small airport. So you have puddle jumpers between the islands. We also have daily ferries as well. Bequia is the closest to the mainland, 9 miles south. You have two ferry options, one which is like 35 minutes, one which is an hour. Very simple sail, um, very accessible. And I think the cost is like um, less than $20 US one way.
Okay, great. And I just see One Caribbean also is on Facebook and said we have all the ferries listed on the site. Nancy, our
Hi,
friend
Nancy.
Hi, Nance. Chris is asking, is St. Vincent and the Grenadines LGBTQ friendly and welcoming?
Yes, we we're not advertised or marketed in that way. But essentially you there are no impediments to LGBT Q travel, any official impediments.
Great,
Essentially, you come to St. Vincent Grenadines and enjoy it.
great. Everyone loves the St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I even know like a personal story, friends of my husband and I's, they went down and renewed their vows, and it was just them and then at the officiant, and it was just the most magical place ever. And we saw all the photos. I'm like, oh my goodness, it just looked like something out of a magazine. It was just unbelievable. I see someone has their hand up. There's far too many of you. It's a good problem to have to unmute you all. So we encourage if you have any questions to use the Q&A box. So this way we actually get to read them because if it's in the chat, it's a little bit harder for us for sure. Okay, let's see here. Any more questions, ladies? Oh, they all want you to come they want you to come to New York, to Texas, everywhere. They really want to meet you all.
Yeah. Yes. So I we have worked with the PTANA before, and we're looking to do that again.
Okay,
So that
great.
was Mary Fulton.
Okay, I see that here.
Right.
Perfect. Mary, perfect. I love it, Mary. Great question. Um, okay, so Kim's saying like they want you to come back here to Spoiled Agent and they want you to highlight some hotels, villa options, things like that. Well,
Sure.
we'll have to talk with Kelly and see what we can do, right?
Yes.
I love it. And Tiffany's asking, are there any tips for solo travelers that you can give, Richard?
Any tips for solo travel there?
Yeah, like I'm sure it's a beautiful, safe island and
The last time I went down in late last year. I think it was September for my friend's 60th birthday. And I went to Darkview Falls. The group of us went there and we met this young lady at the falls. I didn't get into talk with her. She basically came to St. Vincent on her own. She got a taxi and asked them to take her to the falls, and she was there. She enjoyed it, and then we left her there. She was having a grand time all by herself. So it's pretty safe for solo travelers.
Oh, great. Sounds like a nice place to go and regroup for sure. Um, okay, so Jennifer's just asking, is there any issues with seaweed at all?
We haven't had we've had bad years in the past with the sargassum seaweed, but not lately, thanks to the change in the tides.
Okay. So Nova, we're going to share all your contact information with Richard and the team. They're going to get everyone who registered for today and join us live as well. So Charlotte's interested in a small group for jazz. Can you please repeat the dates for the jazz festival?
It's late January, it's like the last week in January and the first week in February.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, somebody,
It's more of a blues festival,
Yeah,
but more on the jazz side, but definitely it's termed the Musty Blues Festival. At that same time, or very close to it, is the Beckway Music Festival, which takes place on Beckway. Two really great times to be in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And we all know what it's like up here at that time. So
yes.
you could be outside enjoying that blues, jazzy music.
great. All right, Christine, I see you have your hand up, but as I mentioned, if you have a question, please add it to the Q&A box. It's too many of you guys to unmute. I'm not sure if you want to join us, Shelley, with your camera. You're welcome to join us. We'd love to see you all because Shelley is here from Canada. She's representing the Canadian market, and Richard is here representing the US market. So, like I said, there was so much interest in this today, our webinar with you guys, and we just had it set up for US. So we thought, let's open this up for sure for our Canada clients as well for spoiled agents. So amazing. And we know that everyone loves learning about you guys and all the great questions as well. Let's just see.
Richard, I think someone wanted you to repeat the flights out of Atlanta. I did indicate they were going to be season in September, but
Yes.
currently what the schedule is looking like.
Saturdays until September 4.
Okay, and that was for Vienna, right, Shelley?
Yes, yes.
Perfect. Sandra's asking for a client who only wants spa services and quiet and tranquility, what would be the best time to go?
Well, I would think anytime, because the the resorts that offer that are fairly say isolated from, say, Vincy Mass, for example. So there's always any time of the year is a good time.
That's great. It's paradise. When
And
is not a
remember, the
good time?
properties, apart from Sandals, are smaller properties. So very intimate. You're not going to find a crowd of people there. You're not looking for a space on the beach or a chair to grab before anyone else gets it. Most of the properties are, 60 rooms, and most of them, again, are like less than 20, I
Yeah.
would say.
Yeah, before
So
Sandals came, the largest property we had was Beckway Beach Hotel on Beckway, and that was just shy of 70 rooms.
yeah, and remember, we have different islands. Beckway, as Richard just mentioned, is a half an hour fast ferry ride from St. Vincent. Very it's more like heaven on earth. You get there and you don't want to leave. It's a very small community, a boating community, a wide variety of accommodations, small hotels like the Beckway Beach, 70 rooms. Well, we call it small in this regard, but several smaller hotels even there. There are guest houses, there are apartments, there are villas. So, definitely St. Vincent as a multi-island destination offers a wide a wide array of possibilities for your clients. If you want to be by yourself, you can get into a villa on one of the small islands and be as remote as you want to be. So, St. Vincent itself, I mean, the volcanic island, lots to do, but still properties are small except for Sandals, which I have to add is also so spread out that when you're there, sometimes it seems like, you're not on a big resort.
Yes.
So definitely the Caribbean that you're looking for right now. No crowds, very pristine, very beautiful, lots of islands to discover. You can get on the boat one day, head to Beckwith. Another day, you can just go to the uninhabited islands for a day trip. There's no end to what you can do, or just simply relax.
Oh, that's great. My goodness. Shelley, when are we going to go? You and I, let's go.
Yeah, yeah,
We'll
yeah.
leave from
Soon, soon,
Toronto.
soon. Yeah, as soon as that cold hits.
Yes. Sounds good. Okay, I just want to, our friend Nancy again is chiming in from One Caribbean. She's just working on the 2027 calendar for the Becwa Music Fest. It's January 23rd to 31. Music Blues Fest showing TBA dates January 20 to February 3rd. See, Nancy, what a resource. I love it.
Yeah, and I encourage anyone who is not on Nancy's site to please check it out. It's One Caribbean Canada, One Caribbean USA, and there is a ton load of information there. About St. Vincent and the Grenadines. All the need to know information is there, along with our website, which is discoversvg.com. And I don't think anyone mentioned, but the background there is a flag of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So if you see that flying anywhere, you will know that it's St. Vincent's flag.
Great. Oh my goodness, I love it. Nova and Karina, just to name a few, have already signed up for the rewards to be a specialist. Amazing. Great. Let's see here. So we have a couple more questions if you guys don't mind. Celeste is asking, do you have any accessibility guides for hotels? Like hotels with accessibility offerings?
Um, they are not listed as such, but they are hotels that fit the needs. So if you have particular queries, if you could send them to Richard if you're in the USA or me here in Toronto, I think our information is there somewhere, Richard. Our email addresses
But we're going to be reaching out when we
to
get
everyone. Okay.
the
The list.
attendee list with a follow-up email.
Great. Let's see. Cheryl's asking, are there any packages available for masqueraders who would like to participate in Carnival, including accommodation, transfers, and costumes?
Not all inclusive like that, but I know they are working on some new packages for next carnival, which would be June, July next year. So stay tuned and let's see if, but definitely the bands, the carnival bands do have packages where they include your food and everything once you're playing with them. But in terms of the accommodation, not everything together, but stay tuned. I think we're looking at some new packages.
Yeah, there have been some influencers who have created carnival tours, um, but locally we haven't as yet put together packages that include transfers, flights, accommodation, and participation in, say, Mardi Gras, for example. But
Nice.
it's something that we're working on.
Nice. Good to see there's some interest for sure. Um, Marika's asking, any history museums there on the islands?
We have um, I won't say it's a museum, but we do have a facility that has some artifacts. It is not as developed as a quote unquote museum.
Okay.
Say up at the Fort Charlotte, for example, which is the only fort in the Caribbean where the guns are pointed inland. I, I'm not sure I've heard of another fort elsewhere that did that, and that's principally because we were the last island in the Eastern Caribbean to be colonized, because our indigenous people fought the British longer than anywhere else. So, and that's why the guns were pointed inwards. They weren't afraid of other European countries attacking them on the island. So there is a historical um, archive there with pictures and information about the fort. So, and that's something that we're building out in terms of historical tourism. We're building that out as we speak.
Great
You
question.
mentioned the Beckway Whale Museum.
Oh, so Beckway is a whaling community
Hmm.
historically, and they have a small museum that um, speaks to their whaling history. So there's a little museum on Beckway.
Cute. Nice. Well, you guys are a good team, that's for sure. Amazing. Well, I'm gonna say I checked in on Facebook and everything. There's you've taken all the questions and Delphine behind the scenes as well. And I know Shelley was helping as Richard was presenting with answering the questions, but they're typing away, and we really appreciate it. But I just see one more quick one that's popped up on Facebook, if you don't mind. Someone's asking on Facebook, are there any activities for kids from ages 4 to 8? Richard or
4 to 8. We don't have amusement parks. So essentially it's beach, pool, um,
Chasing lizards.
yeah.
And you'd be
Nature,
surprised. Kids get
nature.
down there and
Yeah,
they leave those tablets in the room because they're
yeah,
so excited to get on the beach and
yeah.
run around,
Yeah, it's great for
visit our.
digital detoxing. So yeah, we don't have those structured um um type um water park type situation. Beaches is planning to have a a water park aspect of the property when they build that. So right now it's just nature. The kids can snorkel, they can build castles on the sand, get their hair braided, um, just enjoy
That's it. Well,
get away
Winston's on
from
from
the
Sandals.
metaverse.
I can see our friend Winston's on here from Sandals, and he said flying kites.
Yeah, yeah.
Great. Okay, well, amazing, you guys, fantastic. And the person who asked the question on Facebook said, "Thank goodness that my grandkids sounds like they're gonna love it." So sounds like everyone's gonna love it. Well, wonderful, everyone. And I want to thank you all for joining us. And Richard, can I go over the prizes again that when they get an
Yes,
email
thank
from?
you.
Okay, so don't forget, St. Vincent and the Grenadines have been super, super generous today. And they're offering a $100 Amazon gift card, 2 nights for two at the Grenadine House, and 2 nights for two at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites. So I think we showed everyone on Travel Agent Day to use the react with the emojis. And let's do it, guys. Let's show our love on Facebook, on Zoom, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, because this is amazing. Not one, not two, but three prizes for one of our two, three of our spoiled agents across Canada and the US. So, Mike, look at all the love for you guys.
Oh,
I love it
we're
too.
feeling it.
Yeah.
We showed everyone how to use all the effects when we had our travel agent day month. We had a whole launch of it. So everyone loves it. Awesome. I agree, Marcia. I love it. Well, everyone on Facebook saying thank you. I'm saying thank you. You guys are a fantastic team. We love working with you guys, and it's been so great for me to connect with Richard, Shelley, and Delphine. It's been a great afternoon. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Suzanne, and thank you,
And
agents.
yes, and just to say, if I didn't actually say it before, um, agents are integral to our industry, and you know, we can't do without you. So we really appreciate the work you do in bringing people to our destination.
Love it.